Dark by Design may contain graphic and/or explicit content. Audience discretion is advised.
Hello and welcome. I'm Rachel.
And I'm Bev.
And you're listening to Dark by Design, the podcast where two creative gals share stories of the macabre to then pick them apart before the nightmares start. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yes. How are you today?
Good.
Your hair is so pretty. You look like freaking Daphne, like a little cute little 70s, 80s, like
little
schoolgirl. You know what I mean?
Thank you. Yeah, no, thank you so much. That was completely unintentional. Admittedly, I was just not wanting to ever do my roots again, so I just went back to my natural hair color.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I'm just, pure laziness. But I mean, actually, I've been dyeing my hair for 10 years and I kind of forgot what my natural hair color looks like. And I'm getting a ton of grays in. So I kind of like let the gray strands grow out and see if I can get like
hell yeah
natural silver highlights in my hair. So that's what I'm going for.
Salt and pepper.
Hell yeah. That's what I'm going for.
I love
Salt
it.
And pepper. Yeah, I'm only 29 years old.
I love your necklace. Is that a wishbone?
Yeah, it is. It's an actual like real bone.
Cute.
Oh man, I wish I had the shopkeeper's info, but there's like a small little night market around me, and it's like in this like little punk rocker heavy metal area, and they have like a bunch of like witchy like little setup shops that come in, and people sell a bunch of stuff. And there's the lady that sells like bone jewelry, and I bought a little wishbone for her. I think it's a
bone jewelry. I love that so much.
It's so much fun, and they're all ethically sourced too. So
hell yeah.
Yeah. How are you doing?
That's so cool. You know, I'm doing well. I am doing well.
Less spiders in your home, I hope, this time around.
I hope.
Okay, great.
They might be in the walls. Who knows? Oh my god.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
What happened to
yeah. Oh, okay, yeah. So, like, also, when I was dyeing my hair, thank you also for reminding me. So my hands look like this. I didn't wear gloves, so my hands look like they're permanently dirty right now. Also, my fingernails also got dyed, so they're pretty horrendous. I look like I've been digging in my garden for like 14 years and just never washed my hands. So
never wash your hands.
Yeah, I'm just a gross little creature. So if you see my hands today and you go, oh my god, what happened? It looks like a self-tanning bottle exploded on me. It's not. It's just hair dye. So that's what we're working with today. Thanks for reminding me.
Self-tanner out the wazoo.
Yeah, and then I'm still pasty ass white. Hi, nice to meet you.
Hi.
Yeah. Oh, actually, a really quick fun story about self-tanner. The one, oh god, I think it was 2019. I wanted to get like a nice like glow about myself, but I didn't want to go outside and like, fry my body in the sunlight
and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, let me just use some self-tanner. And I use like the Jergens lotion stuff to like, one, moisturize myself and then to get some glow going on.
Glove?
So no, it was just like the regular like lotion that you can put on and it like slowly gives you a tan over time. I used that in high school and I thought everything would be fine. But it turns out I'm actually now allergic to it. So instead of having a nice golden glow all over my body, I had hives. So
Oh no.
It was the 4th of July weekend.
Oh no.
And cortisol became my best friend. And I wore long pants. I wore leggings and long sleeves because I was just like, there was just sores and wounds just like all over my body.
And in the middle of summer.
Yeah.
When it's like humid and hot.
Yeah, it sucked. But I did have American flag leggings. So I guess I was still on theme. So, I mean, it worked out, but I was very hot. Didn't go outside much.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it was a fun time.
Oh my god.
Mm-hmm. So
I feel so bad.
Yeah, it could have been worse, but hey.
I did that self-tanner lotion once. Mm-hmm. And I remember I forgot to self-tan a whole leg. But I didn't realize until I was already outside.
No!
So I was walking around, and I did like because when I tan naturally, like I get really dark. Like I don't sunburn, I just get dark, which is why I don't go outside because I like to look kind of pasty.
Sure, yeah. Oh,
but
for sure.
I left, and I think it was like right after I graduated from college. I was like, yeah, I don't want to go to the beach. Like, I don't want to tan, blah, 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 blah. It's too much work. I'm just going to put this. It was that, I think it was a Jergens, but I used like the glove and everything. And I think I was just in a rush the day that I was doing it, but I did like the super dark one. So it wasn't even like a unnoticeable difference. It was like a very, very noticeable difference. Like the difference between your cardigan and your shoulder right now. Like that's how different it was.
Oh no.
Yeah. So I left for work, and I was wearing like a skirt that day and like a blouse. I was walking around, and my best friend at the time, she was like,
"Hey girl.
Hey. Why is one leg brown and the other one's white?" I was like, oh shit. So on my lunch, I went to Target and bought myself some leggings.
Oh shit! You're like, when I go home, I will tan you.
So embarrassing.
You were walking at a half and half look. Ah, damn, dude.
Exactly. Looked like a damn Oreo.
Oh man, how long was it? Like all day, or did you notice on lunch? Or when?
I noticed she noticed around like 11, and my lunch was at 1. So I was like, gotcha. I'm just not gonna go get water until then, and I'm gonna run the fuck out of this office.
Yeah, right. So spend half a day looking like an Oreo. Damn, dude.
Yeah.
Self-tan.
It was a fun time.
Yeah, never again. I just fell in love with my pasty whiteness. I never go outside. I'm an introvert, true and true, and I just fell in love with my pure liquid white. If it wasn't for the chair behind me, I would blend in with the white wall. It's fine. I've grown to accept and love it. So,
oh my god, yeah, fuck yeah! Like people, I don't know why everyone wants to be tan when you can just be pasty. It's so much better.
Yeah,
and like black looks so much better on you.
Absolutely, and like like melanoma is a thing, so like maybe we shouldn't, fry ourselves
don't want
in the
cancer.
Sun. Yeah. Oh, I did a tanning bed.
Have you seen that
once.
lady?
It wasn't fun.
Speaking of tanning beds, don't do it again. There was this lady on TikTok who was basically giving a warning to all these people that are like super into the tanning beds and like getting tanned in the sun and like always just constant exposure to like UV rays and stuff.
Yeah.
She got cancer on her face, but on her nose, so it like completely ate out her nose. And now she's like an advocate against tanning beds and like an advocate for like sun protection and like not going outside, just like getting your daily dose of vitamin D and that's it. Like don't get more.
Whoa, holy jeez. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Oh fuck. Wow. Oh, does she show her face? Does she show her nose?
She did show her face. I'll try and find her. Find her and I'll send it to you. But I was just like,
fuck, that can
They're
happen.
not lying.
Yeah, I was like, don't do that to yourself.
So I sent it to my sister because she's so into getting tanned. And I'm like,
girl,
I'm going to put this in your inbox and I hope you look at it.
Yeah.
And don't think I'm being rude. I just don't want you to get skin cancer, please.
I love you and I would like
she still gets tanned.
Oh, okay. It's just like I love you and I want you to still have a nose by like the time you're my age. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Fuck,
thank you.
Dude.
Yeah.
No, thank you. Speaking of like weird, creepy shit, do you want to get into the Reddit stories?
Yes, I am so down. Let's do it.
Perfect.
Woo!
I'm so excited for today because as two people who love the internet, we would like to discuss Reddit. Because don't we all just love Reddit? It's a wonderful place where you can learn just about anything, ask anyone in the world your burning questions, and share any horrid experience that you've had in your life. And today we're going to focus on some of the scariest stories that we came across Reddit, or I should say that Bev came across Reddit. Oh, I haven't read them yet, but I'm so very excited. They won't just be paranormal, but we have found a wide array of true crime, close encounters, paranormal, and all around just freaky stories. We have 4 stories prepared for you today. about a gruesome medical story, a creepy place, some backwoods bullshit, and an abandoned building. So get comfy, grab your blankie and some coffee, and let's get started. Oh! I'm so very excited today. And you can, as always, you can find more information, photos, and videos on today's topic on the show's website at darkbydesignpodcast.com, also linked in the description of this episode. And if you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you're listening on any other streaming platforms, go ahead and rate us 5 stars and leave us a nice comment. And we'll read your comment loud on the show, and we'll give you a nice compliment back. Because who doesn't love? Yeah, and like
I love compliments.
Exactly. Tell us we're nice. Tell us we're pretty. Tell us we're funny. Ooh, no. Pet our egos. But if you'd like to actually individually pet our egos, you can find Beverly. She's also on the internet known as Beverlocks with 2 S's. She's on Instagram, sometimes on Twitch, and on YouTube. And you can find yours very truly. I'm Miss Quirk on Twitch, Instagram, and YouTube as well. And that's Quirk with 2 Ks. Thank you. But without further ado, Bev, I'm going to turn the mic over to you and let you tell us about the first creepy story.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Very excited.
Okay, so this first story is absolutely horrible.
Oh, man.
And I'm sorry to you. I'm sorry to our listeners. I'm sorry to anyone that has listened this far, because it's some horror movie bullshit, and I don't understand how this happens. So,
okay, fair.
Yeah, I'm just really sorry. So, this was posted in response to what is the scariest true story you know on Ask Reddit, and user Sedatikil. We're gonna be posting all of this in the show notes as well, which can be found on the website. But user Sedatikil posted, "I've told this story before. I'm an eye doctor, and I had a patient come to me with an infected eyelid 2 other eye doctors tried to treat and failed. They were dumping all sorts of medicine into it, and it wasn't getting any better. At this point, it was swollen and painful for weeks, with no improvement despite being on tons of meds. Apparently, neither of them thought to flip the lid upside down. You know that gross trick some kids do with their upper eyelids?"
Yeah, I do.
It was a painful maneuver for her very swollen eyelid, which might explain it. Anyhow, there appeared to be what looked like a visible abscess inside the tissue with thick, gooey material. I thought I'd give it a nudge and saw it move. This wasn't...
No! Shut up. Okay, I have not read these. This is all new to me. Oh my god!
I thought I'd give it a nudge and saw it move. It wasn't an abscess, it was something else. I managed to remove it quite easily in one whole piece. It was a fly larva.
No!
Uh-huh. The patient told me that she had a bug hit her in the eye a few days before she got this quote-unquote infection. I removed the larva, and within 2 days, the wound closed, and she was 100% recovered on basic antibiotic eye drops. Yes, I do have the photos from this case for those interested. I don't think we can put that up. Maybe we'll put it up in the extended, but I don't think it's allowed on YouTube.
Shoot. Yeah, no, I don't think that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think that'll fly. I mean, no pun intended. But like, maybe we should just. We'll have a link to the story. Who can show you the things? Holy shit, dude!
Yeah, fly larva in her fucking eye. What?
Wow. Holy moly. Okay, so like, okay, give me a second.
I think if I was this patient, I would be PISST, pissed. Like, it's just, how do you go to 3 different doctors and 2 of them don't think to flip your eyelid back the right way? I don't understand. I mean, you have a medical license to practice optometry, ophthalmology, whatever ology or etry you're practicing, whatever, with the eyes. You're fucking with someone's eyes, their vision, things they need to like drive, do basic things. Yeah. You don't think to do the basic troubleshooting? Like, have you tried turning it on and back, like off and back on again? Come on. It's just, I don't, Also, their whole, like, plan was just to pump her full of drugs. What are you going to do about the actual infection? I don't know. And then my second question, is this covered by insurance?
That's true.
I don't know. Like, how do you file that claim? You know, it's, like, you know, when you go to the doctor and you have the patient responsibility from the insurance carrier, would this lady be able to appeal it and not pay the 2 doctors for literally not using their noggins? Like, instead of paying for 3 doctors' visits, she just pays for Sedatikil's doctor's visit because he actually figured out the problem, you know?
Yeah. He actually, like, gave her care. Yeah, that's such a great, like, a great thing to bring up because you're like, dude, did the other 2 doctors just not decide to, like, look at the issue?
Yeah. They're like, here, have some eye drops. It's like when you break your leg at school and the nurse is like, here's an ice pack.
Yeah, it'll be fine. Here, eat some crackers. You'll be fine.
You'll be good. Just lay down for a while. But my leg.
Holy moly.
You just need an ice pack.
Oh, jeez.
I guess my last thing is, how do you not feel it moving in your eye?
That's so true. No, that's so true. Did it just not? How did she not?
Yeah, so in the story, the poster said that it started when a fly hit her eye. So was this stupid fly just carrying larvae and, like, dropped it wherever it lands? That's disgusting. Because if these flies are with larvae landing on your fucking food, they're, like, pumping you full of baby eggs. It's nasty.
Say that to me.
It's nasty.
Oh, man.
Flies are gross.
Yeah, I just thought that you didn't want them on your food because, like, they eat poop. And now I'm like, great, you're laying eggs in my salad. Thank you so much. Oh, man. Yeah. And, of course, like, everyone's been hit in the face with a fly before. Like, it happens. It's called nature. Yeah. And I'm like, great, they can start laying eggs in my eyes now? Oh, awesome. I didn't know that was a medical phenomenon that occurred. Gee.
Exactly.
Oh.
So now I'm wondering, you know how supposedly we swallow a couple spiders throughout our lifetime? Do you think they lay their eggs in our mouths?
Shut up. Ew. Is that a thing that can... Oh, nature. Why?
It's disgusting. God. Why do these things have eggs? I hate it.
Why do things like this happen in this
nasty
world?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Holy.
Yeah, so that was disgusting.
Jesus Lord. No, that's a really good story. At first I was expecting these to be like very like I don't know, like non-plausible stories, you know what I mean? But I'm like, no, this sounds like this could happen.
This could happen. 100% could happen. Like, I am no longer scared of ghosts. I'm scared of flies.
Yeah, I'm scared
fucking
of like, the
terrified
real life situations. Yeah. Oh man. Well, this is going to be a very interesting episode. Oh man. Okay, now I'm actually really glad I didn't read any of these because this is going to be. Oh man, there's going to be a lot of swearing in this episode, like a lot. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I'm going to be over here hooping and hollering. Holy shit, dude. So, this second story is not grotesque, but it is something so creepy. And one of Bev's biggest fears, evidently, especially after having listened to the No Sleep podcast for so long. The No Sleep podcast. Good podcast. This was
It's a good podcast.
Yeah, it is, dude. This was posted in response to Sirius, what is your ghost story? On Ask Reddit. User Nuclear Hubris posted this story. Okay, my second favorite thing about this episode is just hearing like the Reddit usernames.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh man, I love them. Hopefully they keep it coming. So, Nuclear Hubris says, I was driving across country with my mom and sister. I was 16, my sister was 20, my mom was in her 50s. It was late, but we were all well rested, and still alert. We were driving along an interstate and needed gas, and they needed to pee, so we stopped at the only rest stop in roughly 200 miles. Fuck. I never want to. Okay, so that also terrifies me to like drive so far that like you can't, like the next civilization is like 200 miles away. That's terrifying. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Sets the tone already. Cool. Also, I haven't read this story, so this is the first time I'm reading this story too. We're doing things together.
It's creepy.
I'm so excited. Okay, there was a van full of teenagers on some road trip, and a small gray compact car, like a Honda Accord or some shit, parked at the pump in front of us. Two men, about 17 to 20 years old, were standing outside the Honda in hoodies. Statue fucking still. The teenagers were to our left. When we got there, everything felt wrong. Okay. Okay. How fun. Sorry, let me just increase the font because I'm an old woman and I can't see it.
Sorry.
No, you're okay. I'm sitting here and I'm like, oh, I keep losing my place. No, it's fine. It's just my eyes are old. I'm almost 30. Things are going on me. There was a deep... Hi, Jacob. Was that Jacob?
Sorry, that was our screen door.
Is that Jacob?
Oh, yeah. I did scratchers. Don't judge me. I won like $50.
Hell yeah!
Then I put it back into the scratchers.
What's up? Oh, no, your audio's out. Oh, you're muted.
Oh, sorry. He found like 15 of them. But the winning ones are still in the center console, which I don't think he's opening.
Gotcha.
He just came in and he was like, I don't do it often. I just, sometimes I wake up with a good feeling.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
do it.
I can win some money today. Fuck yeah.
Oh my God,
so then I'll go and I'll put in like $20 and then I win the money. So like I'll put in 20, I'll get back 50. So I come out with like 30 and then I'm feeling even more lucky. So I go back into that gas station and like the odds increase if you're buying a bunch of them. So I'm like, okay, I won like these $50. I want $50 of like these $1 ones. So then I'll scratch like 50 of those. And then I only win like $20 and then I get pissed and then I don't buy it. Don't shake your head at me. It's not a problem. I know I'm guilty. I don't need to go to therapy. I don't want to hear it because he gambles for CSGO skins.
Okay, so you know what?
No.
Yeah, that's worse. Yeah. At least you have the possibility of winning real money with these scratch-offs.
Exactly. Like, what are you going to do with gun skins? Nothing.
I see what you're saying. That's too funny.
I'm so sorry. I completely interrupted you.
No, you're fine. Honestly, that was like the best interruption because I just had read in my mind unsettling feeling, and then I heard that of your door, and it scared the bejesus out of me. Okay. Oh, that was fun.
It's a good security system, at least.
Yeah, really. Holy moly. Okay, so there was a deep and unsettling feeling about the place, and we had not felt that way at any other rest stop. We had been on the road for days and seen many rest stops at night and had never been afraid until then. Okay. Well, fuck, here we are. My mom and sister went inside and I stayed in the car. I heard the teenagers say they were creeped out and couldn't get the pump to work and they left in a hurry. Okay. I was mostly watching the car in front and the two men who had still not moved at all. Hold on. I was mostly watching the car in front and the two men had still not moved at all. Whoa! Wait, what, those two teenagers that were just standing there?
It was the 17 to 20-year-olds that were still as statues.
Oh, man. Well, are they also the same ones that were in the gray compact car? Oh, no, they weren't. Okay, so there was a car full of teenagers, a van full of teenagers, and they're the people that were saying that they couldn't get the pump to work?
So there was a van full of teenagers in like a Honda Accord. So I guess it's not a van full; it's a car full. And then there were two men standing outside a Honda
parked at the pump in front of us.
In front of them. So the teenagers were to the left, and then the two men were in front, outside of a Honda, just standing there.
Okay, gotcha. Oh, man. Okay, so the teenagers got creeped out, and then they left, and so they're only left with those two men standing in front of them. Okay. Oh, gross. Okay. So I was mostly watching the car in front, and the two men had still not moved at all. Not an inch. They weren't talking. They weren't on the phones. There was no light anywhere but the dim overhead lights on the gas station awning. They were just fucking standing there, still as stones. My sister and mom came running back out of the car. Sorry. Nope. My sister and mom came running back out to the car, and then they got in. The two men slowly turned to look at us while not moving or pivoting the rest of their bodies. And I swear to fucking shit, we all saw the same thing. Oh, okay. Oh, I just read ahead. Ah! Why? Bam! Okay, sorry.
I'm crying. It's so scary.
Oh, fuck. Okay. All right. Oh, God. Okay. So the two men, the listeners are like, bitch, shut up. I can't take this anticipation. Okay. Okay. So the two men, they had eyes dark as pitch and empty, truly empty, not black, not reflecting any light at all, just a fucking void for eyes. Holy shit. We booked it. We have not traveled in excess of 100 miles an hour before or since, but fuck, that day it was warranted. Absolutely. Just hollow black eyes, and they just slowly turn around to look at you guys, and you're the only ones there at the bump. Oh my God.
It's fucked up.
Oh! We drove until we were in the next city before we got out of the car again. And you know the worst fucking thing about it? No. Okay. Not the eyes, not the stillness, not that horrible feeling, not that weirdo at the gas station who kept telling my mom and sister that my mama will like you. Ew. Over and over while mopping at the same floor.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Ew. Is that what happened? That's why they came running out? Whoa. Hold on.
That's disgusting.
Wait.
Disgusting.
Hold on. Okay, so it's not the stillness. Okay, weird as. Okay, it's not that weirdo in the gas station who kept telling my mom and sister, ma'am, my mama will like you, over and over while mopping the same spot on the floor with a dry mop and an empty bucket. So that's why his mom and sister came running out of the store to begin with, and then they got those like two creepy guys staring at them. Oh, fuck this Reddit story, dude. It was the fact that we couldn't find the place on a map. We knew exactly which spot on the interstate to look, and we couldn't fucking find it on Google Maps or any paper map we had. We even asked locals about the creepy gas station out on the stretch of the road to just confused looks. And, quote, are you sure that you weren't traveling on whatever highway and not on whatever interstate? We traveled on that interstate since, and there was no rest stop there. Holy fuck. Ew. Ew. Oh, okay. So, in summary, there's a creepy ass ghost rest station where pumps don't work. People can roll up to it. There's some creepy guy inside just mopping the floor with a dry mop saying, my mama will like you. And then there's just soulless people standing in the what is it? Not driveway. What is it? Parking lot. Yeah. Oh my God. Well, this was an interesting story.
If it had just happened to this one person on a road trip without any other witnesses, I'd be less inclined to believe it.
For sure. That's so
But the fact that they're 50, I mean, again, we aren't like hearing from their sister or their mother, but the fact that they had two witnesses, like a 20-year-old and a 50-year-old, that both allegedly saw and witnessed the same thing.
Yeah. that was just creeped out. And plus,
I hate
yeah,
that.
and then there was that
I hate that so much.
the Honda Accord full of teenagers that were there that stopped at the pump. So
Yeah.
they also witnessed it too, and they were also creeped out by it. Oh man, I would love to hear. I hope one of them sees a story and like replies to it. That would be really cool.
Yeah, that would be really
man.
cool. But I don't know if this was a no sleep story or if it was an alleged true story also on Ask Reddit.
Okay.
I don't remember. I'll have to find it eventually and like I'll link it like in our Instagram or something or in our show notes. Sure. But there were these two women that went into a diner late at night and every person inside the diner was acting weird. They noticed a mural on the wall which had all of the same people in the diner. Yeah. And when they realized the people inside knew that they realized that the people in the mural were the people in the diner, and they completely changed their demeanors. So these two ladies like left the diner instantly, and when they came back the next day, it was shut down and looked like it had been for years. Yeah.
Oh, hold on. Oh,
it's fucked up.
Oh, that is some creepy ass Twilight Zone shit. Oh my god. Oh, yeah. That makes me. Oh, that also reminds me of the Shining too, where like the photograph, where everyone comes back.
Okay, can we do a live recording there? Or not a live recording, but like do an episode recording it there and do like a ghost hunt episode, maybe?
For sure.
That would be
love
cool.
To do that. Yeah. Oh man. Oh, that is the creepiest fucking thing in the world, man. Oh, that's so gross. So gross. I'm so glad I didn't read.
What do you think it was? Do you think it was like an alternate reality or?
Oh my god, I don't even know. Holy moly. Especially if you were in those, that Redditor, what is his name? Nuclear Hubris.
Nuclear Hubris.
Yeah, like I don't know what I would do in his shoes. Holy shit. Yeah, especially when like it's not even coming up on Google Maps. That's intriguing. That I have many, many questions.
Yeah. Yeah. It's so fucked up.
And like
it's so
what happened to
fucked
those
up.
teenagers, and like he's talked with locals and they don't know where it's at. Like where was this supposed man, I really wish they like gave more information on like where they were traveling to or like what state they were in. Because they only say that they were driving across country. But man, dang, I would love to know like which one they went to, just so we can try to see it ourselves.
I wonder what interstate they were in, like, and if we would be able to find it like on Google Earth now. You know what I mean? Like, have you seen those weird Google Earth pictures?
Oh yeah, that are absolutely terrifying.
Those are so cool. Yeah,
you're like, well, there's a story behind this, but I don't know if I want to know what it is.
Exactly,
dude. These are good. These are good stories that you found.
Yeah. This next one, it's also good. So this one was posted by user Outworlder39 on the subreddit Backwoods Creepy. And he titled it "Church in the Woods."
Oh, okay. God. Okay, first off, two things, visceral reactions. One, I need to join this subreddit. Two, why does it have to be a church in the backwoods of wherever the fuck this is going? Okay. Man.
I joined it with our what's it called? Our
podcast subreddit?
Our Reddit account for the podcast.
Oh, sick! Yeah. Oh, sick! Oh, that's such a good idea.
Yeah, so it should be popping up.
Oh, fuck yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I'll check it out. Actually, I'll log in on my phone. And oh, my God. Okay, continue. All right, I'm bracing myself.
Okay.
Both mentally, physically,
Ready?
And metaphorically. Yes. Ha. All right, buckling up. Go for it.
All right. I grew up in Ohio in the 70s, and me and my childhood friend Joe were outside all the time we could manage it. Okay. Joe lived on a farm that bordered a pretty big forest, and my parents would drop me off in the morning, and we'd stay in the woods all weekend. We'd only come out for school. We loved pretending we were frontiersmen. We'd build shelters, traps, practice making fire with sticks, the whole 9 yards. When we got to be in high school, we got this notion to pull a quote-unquote Stand By Me. This was based on the movie of the same name that had just come out. The idea was that we'd walk the railroad tracks out in the country, but instead of looking for a dead body, we'd find cool bridges to fish from and camp a little ways off the tracks.
Okay.
Of course, yeah. We knew this was dangerous and we'd likely be trespassing, but we were kids.
Yeah.
We had a lot of fun. We did find beautiful rivers. We discovered bridges no one went to. We fished. We hid from trains. At night, we camped in the woods just near the tracks and made small hidden fires.
Oh.
Nothing bad ever happened. It was idyllic.
Oh my God.
Idyllic. Yeah.
Oh, it sounds so cool.
In fact, it was... Right? Doesn't that... Yeah. In fact, it was so fun. We did it multiple times. Never had a problem. After high school, me and Joe went our own ways. We both left home, but always stayed in touch and always tried to coordinate visits so we'd see each other occasionally. Well, one summer in the mid-90s, it worked out. In the mid-90s, it worked out so that we were both in town for about a week. We'd do stuff with the family in the day, and at night we'd either catch drinks at a bar or sit outside Joe's house around a fire and talk about the old days.
Aww.
One night, me and Joe got to talking about our Stand By Me trips. Well, nostalgia and beer are a hell of a mix.
Amen.
Aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
I love nostalgia and beer.
Oh, dude. Speaking of nostalgia and substances, I want to smoke a ton of weed one day and just watch Reading Rainbow. Like, that's the only thing I want to do.
Reading Rainbow.
Yeah.
Fireworks in the sky. Wait, is that the lyrics?
I think something like that. But the only...
Firefly in the sky.
Sa-na-na-na-na-na.
I can fly twice as high.
Yeah. It's in a book. Something to... Reading Rainbow. Yeah, something like that.
Perfect. That was beautiful.
Thank you. Actually, the only version I could think of is when they... is the DMX version where he's singing with it. Oh man, that's my favorite version. If you have ever heard it, look it up. It's really good.
I love when they mix DMX with different kids shows. Like, do you remember that kids show with like the girl with the pink hair, and there was like the bad guy that was in blue?
Oh, yeah.
And she's like, "We're baking a cake," and it's just like DMX in the background, just like
rapping over top of it.
Yeah.
Oh man, I love those remakes so much. The internet is just a beautiful, beautiful place.
It's amazing. Oh boy, howdy. Well, nostalgia and beer are a hell of a mix. Soon we decided to take a day, walk the rails, camp one night, and walk home. The day came, and we started out early morning. We had my wife drop us off in our old spot where we used to start, right outside our hometown.
Aww.
She thought this was absolutely crazy and made sure to mention it.
Okay, fair.
You know, a lot has changed between the 70s and the 90s. I think I would also express my concern.
Oh, yeah, you know what? You're right, though. Okay, you know what? You got a point. But, like, is beer still involved? I guess not. No, this is the next day.
Right now.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's just the morning. Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. When she pulled away, Joe suggested that instead of walking the usual route, we take the opposite direction, just to be adventurous. We knew the land well. We had a map, so I gave what the hell, and off we set.
Okay.
The day went fine. It was fun and a little sad, but in a good way. We found a bridge and sat on the edge, smoked a joint, and moved on.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
That's what I'm talking about.
I gotta smoke weed and hug trees.
Hell yeah! We had no fishing gear, but we brought some canned food and other stuff. Before night started to set in, we picked a good camping spot. It was a thick forested areas, trees on every side of the train tracks, so you felt like you were in a tunnel. We had brought small hammocks to sleep on, but before we set them up, we decided to do a little scouting of the perimeter. Now, this is what we used to do in the old days too. We'd walk the area around a little bit to make sure some dude's house wasn't just over the hill and we were actually camping in their yard. We walked maybe 100 or so feet into the woods and up a small incline. We figured if we didn't see anything from on top of the short hill, we'd be fine. Mm-hmm. But when we got to the top, we saw an old building down at the bottom, about 100 yards into the woods. It was barely visible. We pondered over what to do. we both assumed it was a sugar shack or something because there didn't appear to be a clear road into it. From where we were, there didn't look to be anyone in it either. All was quiet. No movement could be seen. No lights. We decided to walk a little closer just to make sure.
Okay.
We came down the hill very slowly, and as we neared the building, we saw it wasn't a sugar shack at all. It was an old church.
Oh, fuck.
It looked like it had been abandoned for years. It was a squat, sagging building whose wooden planks were almost black from years of moss and rot. A cross still stood on top of the place, also weathered black. Some of the windows had glass and there were no doors, just open doorways. We got close enough to see inside. There were rows of pews and a built-up section in front for the preacher to stand. We didn't go all the way in. We didn't want to.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Beyond all that, right? I don't think I'd even get this close.
Yeah.
I'd be so scared that there was like something in there.
For sure. Or like it's been abandoned and you see like all this like moss and stuff growing all over the building. I'd be afraid of like mold and stuff, like breathing something in.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
If Resident Evil has taught me anything, is that mold is bad.
Yeah.
I don't want an umbrella coming to my door.
Fuck off, Miranda. We don't want any.
Sorry, Mommy.
Yeah, really.
Sorry. Mommy Miranda real though. Oh.
That's Resident Evil 8 for any of you uncultured swine out there. Thank you.
So, beyond, we didn't go all the way in. We didn't want to. Beyond all that, there was no sign of anyone else, no footprints, no paths, no roads. It was an abandoned church. We left immediately and went back up the hill to our spot we had picked to camp. Having a hill between us and the church made us feel better, but we were still a little uneasy. We chalked it up to the natural creepiness seeing a church in the middle of the woods would elicit. Besides, at this point, it was dusk, and we just decided to rig up our hammocks and go to sleep and move on at early morning.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
How can you just like sleep out in the open in the woods? I don't know.
I can't.
Maybe I'm just like
In a
city
fucking
girl.
hammock?
Yeah. I just
At least the tent?
Interesting. Yeah.
Please? I've watched too many horror movies to do that.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, it's wild. Besides, at this point it was dusk and we just decided to rig up our hammocks and go to sleep and move on at early morning. Night set in, and as we lay in our hammocks and shot the shit, we began to hear something in the direction of the church. Our conversation about it went a little like this. Do you hear that? What the fuck is that? It sounds like people singing. And it did sound just like singing.
Oh.
We both slid right out of our hammocks and hunkered down, straining to hear more. We listened for a minute or two, and the singing continued, but it wasn't getting louder. Finally, we decided to creep back up the hill and see if we could spy where the sound was coming from. We could still move very quietly in the woods. From the old days, it was second nature to us. The moon was barely out, but it provided enough light so you wouldn't walk right into a tree, but it was near pitch black. We didn't use flashlights as we crept slowly up the hill, and we didn't talk. When we got to the top, we saw light in the distance. It was coming from the church, and the singing was coming from inside. Joe and I put our heads close together and had a hushed conversation that boiled down to, can you believe this shit? The light looked to be candlelight from the way it flickered.
Sorry. The conversation boiled down to, do you fucking believe this? I love it, but amen. Yeah. No, that speaks volumes of what just occurred. Yeah.
I think I would also be asking that same question.
What the shit, dude? Yeah. Oh, man. Dudes, we're here with you, man.
Yeah, I sure as hell don't believe this shit. It's fucking creepy. Oh, the light looked to be candlelight from the way it flickered, and though we tried, we couldn't make out what was being sung. It sounded like church music, but in another language. We sat and watched for a while, trying to see who was in there, but we only saw occasional shadows. We had no intention of getting close either. We had about a football field length between us, and we aimed to keep it that way.
Sure.
The singing continued for a bit, right? The singing continued for a bit, and then it stopped. After that, a booming male voice began to chant. I was already freaked out, but this voice thoroughly scared the shit out of me. It sounded like some old Testament preacher you see in movies, but again, it was like he was speaking in a different language because we couldn't understand a single word. I'm just imagining this guy going, "Oh my God, oh my," you know, like incantation.
God, yeah.
That's what I'm imagining.
Oh fuck yeah, like a Gregorian chant type of bullshit stuff going on, but like sinister.
Sinister.
Oh no,
super spooky.
Oh god. You ready for this? Super spooky.
We're gonna chat in the middle of the woods.
God. Dude, I'm not. Oh, this is the gross.
Just like really intense chanting is what I'm imagining.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually, it got to where the single male voice would say something, and then a bunch of voices would answer in song. This lasted for a while, and then they all broke into this long, sustained wail that just kept getting louder. It got so loud and so disturbing that I covered my ears. Then it stopped. At this point, I was just getting ready to say, "Let's get the fuck out of here," when Joe put a hand on my shoulder and hissed, "They're coming out."
No. Okay. Oh man, I was really hoping that. Oh god, I thought you were gonna be like, "They're over there," and like he was gonna point out, and like there was someone next to them. But oh my god, they're coming out of the church though. Okay, but there's still a football field away. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so
we were far enough away that we couldn't make them out really well, but what we could see was a line of figures walk out of the open doorway, all holding hands in single file. We could see some of them had flashlights, and they began to sing again, and the light from the flashlights began to move towards us and the hill. We booked it back down to our campsite, grabbed our shit, and ran to the tracks. Once there, we ran down the tracks in the direction we had come from. After a few minutes, we stopped and looked back. We saw lights coming down the hill. They were moving erratically, like whoever was holding them was shaking them. We continued to run in spurts and walk as fast as we could. We eventually stopped seeing the lights and came to a road, but by our map, we knew a small town was about 15 minutes down it, and we walked there, got to a 24-hour gas station, and called my wife to come get us. My wife and other friends all just thought it was kids messing around, but I heard those voices, and they sure as hell didn't sound like kids to me. Not sure who those people were, but it was definitely the creepiest thing that has happened to me out in the woods.
Oh my god. Oh, that honestly, that makes me sick to my stomach. I was like, please don't tell me they know exactly where they're at. And then you're like, and then the flashlights aimed at their direction. And I went, oh god, no!
And they were moving erratically.
Oh man, that's like out of a nightmare. Ah, dude. Oh, that's so. That does not make me feel good about anything. Mm-mm.
The wailing.
Yeah, that's just not fun. Oh God, could you? Have
you seen Midsummer?
Yeah. Oh, I would. Yes. Wailing like that. Oh yeah, towards the end.
That's what I was imagining.
Mm-hmm. Where they all just start screaming and crying because, like, I don't know, because they're what are they supposed to be doing? Sharing each other's pain or some cryptic cult bullshit?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's so gross. Yeah, no, it sounds
fucking creepy.
It sounded like they were going through like a typical like church service. I grew up Catholic, and so like the call response thing, like that made me uneasy.
Yeah.
And then they come out all holding hands.
Where you're like, and then everyone was like,
yeah.
Sorry, that was probably not good for your ears. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, honestly, no, sounds spot on.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Oh, the great story.
It's a great story. So, when I first read this, in my head, I was like, this is something you would see in a horror movie. Like, this person is definitely making this up. But as I was writing it down and like rereading it, the more I realized that if I were going on one of these excursions, just because of the chaotic person that I am, I would also want to switch up my route.
That's fair. Yeah.
And I know that would cause issues. Because I don't know if I'm always going route A and then suddenly I'm going route B, like, I know route A like the back of my hand. Route B, there can be a whole bunch of bullshit out there that you don't know about.
Oh,
you
for
know?
sure.
It's...
and like you brought up earlier, too, it's a lot happens in 20 years. And then a lot of that forest could have changed. And on top of it, you're going into an area that you haven't explored. Oh, man, that's just a recipe for disaster.
Exactly.
It really is. Oh.
Yeah. It's so scary. And I think I've mentioned this before. If I was in that situation, this is probably, I don't know.
Would you run and leave me? Is that what you're going to tell me?
I think I trip you.
Oh, thank you. Okay. I would imagine me going over to Whisper and be like, hey, this is some shit, ain't it, Bev? And you're already gone. There's just a dust cloud of what you look like.
You're like, Bev?
All right, thanks. Hey, but now that I know you're willingly sacrificing me to them, thank you so much. I greatly appreciate it.
I promise if we're ever urban exploring, I will do my best not to. But that's why we need at least one other person there.
Okay, got it.
When I get scared, I run. Fight or flight, I am 100% flight or faint. It depends how scared I am. I'm either going to faint or I'm going to fucking book it out of there. Every woman for herself.
You know what? That is fair. You know what? In a shitty situation, I agree. Okay, that's fair. We can shake hands on that. But only if we're going in with a third.
Just being honest. Only
I
if we're
appreciate
going in with a third. That's why we need to take Hawks and Jacob.
I'm like, you guys are here just so she doesn't trip me.
They are your safety blanket. Yeah. Me? You don't have to worry about me. I'm out of there.
Yeah. Call her Usain Bolt.
Your safety blanket.
You just turn into Usain Bolt and just take off. I'm like, she's fine. I just help me.
Exactly. I like beat the Olympic running record. Fucking 60 meters in like 2 seconds.
Yeah, you're like, no problem. Not a problem. I'm scared. It's called adrenaline, honey.
Yeah, exactly. And I feel like that would, if I did end up tripping you, it would make for like the weirdest car ride.
Oh yeah, it would.
We're just sitting in there and I'm like driving, or like, let's say your boyfriend's driving home and we're just sitting in the back. Like, I can just imagine how that conversation would go. It's just, you kind of just glaring at me and me looking down like this. Yeah, like not even addressing the fact that I tripped you. And you're just like staring at me and you're like, just like a nose breath, you know?
Yeah. Like the disappointed parent nose breath. Like,
yeah, exactly.
I knew it was going to happen.
I'm not angry. I'm disappointed.
Hell yeah.
Or like, I'll chime in like, hey, I'm sorry. You're like, shut up.
I don't want to talk about it.
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to talk about it. This didn't happen.
Dude, that's totally us. Oh my god, it would be us. I have to write it down. I actually really am going to write that into our story. Like, I don't want to hear it. I don't care. Just save it for later. We will talk when I'm in a better mood.
Exactly. I don't want to talk to you right now. I don't even want to think about you existing right now. You are dead to me in this moment. We'll reconvene later. I do have a question for you, though.
Sure.
What would you do if you and your friends were like urban exploring, let's say, or even just like exploring the forest, and you came across a church, like an abandoned church, and then you came back to that church later, kind of like in the story, and it's full of worshipers, and they started to chase you?
Oh, okay. So same situation that the Reddit user was in, sort of thing.
Yeah.
I honestly, I would have booked it. I probably would have ran at the same time that they started running, because I'm a very curious creature to my own detriment. And I would want to stay as long as I possibly could. And in fact, I would try to record it with my phone, but it was also the 90s, so that's probably why they didn't record it. But
yeah,
no, I
they
would
probably
wait.
didn't have like fancy recording stuff, huh?
And I hate to admit it, but like I would also probably want to explore the church too, especially if it looked abandoned. I would have been like, hell yeah, let's go inside and like look around and stuff. Which probably to our own judgment. But I would assume that there was like no one there to begin with because they all came into the facility. I don't know. That's very creepy. Oh gosh. No, I would definitely go exploring.
I wonder if that church had like a basement maybe.
Oh.
And they were all just downstairs
the
whole
could
time
you
and then they came out at night.
Oh, could you imagine? Yeah, no, I'm that stupid. You know that person in the horror movie where you're like, why would you do that? Like that's the stupidest fucking thing I've ever thought of to do. That's me. That's what I would do. I'm a very impulsive person. And also a very curious creature. And it's honestly sometimes not a great combination.
Not a great combination.
Oh man. Yeah, you know, thank goodness I was an introvert and I just stayed inside a lot as a child and a teenager because oh boy, I would have got into a lot of trouble. Hands down.
I would be in so much shit right now.
Yep. Oh, for sure. Oh, yo, if we grew up together and if we knew each other like this and oh my God, we would have gotten to so many things. So many things.
So many. Yep. Mom, can you pick me up? There's people following me.
Yeah. She's like, where are you? I don't know. We're at a gas station about 50 miles out, like, I don't know, away from our house. How'd you get there? I don't want to talk about it. I just need help right now. Help. Fuck, dude. That hurt from the inside out. That was a nice trip down memory lane. I feel like we are... Was it? Oh, man. I feel like that's the same conversation that Nuclear Hubris had with his friend after this whole thing. Encounter. Or, sorry, not Nuclear Hubris. I forget what this guy is. That was Nuclear Hubris, I think.
Shit, what's his name? Outworlder
39. Yeah, I feel like that's the same conversation he had with his friend. That was fun walking down nostalgic lane. Really, was it? Oh, man. But speaking of getting scared, we have one final story for you guys today. And this one will not be as long as the third one. However, it is a different kind of scary, as Bev has noted. So let's hop into it, shall we? Oh, great. First sentence. We went to an abandoned hospital. That's where we're at today. Oh, do we know who wrote this one by chance?
Oh, it's this one. It is, it's the first comment.
I see. Okay, perfect. Oh, that's posted by that? Oh. Okay, so the Redditor who posted this story, the username is Raging Asshole. And he posted this story 5 years ago on the, let's see, what subreddit is this? Oh,
Ask
Urban
Reddit.
Explorers of Reddit. What is your creepiest / most horrifying experience? And so, Raging Asshole, their story starts out with, we went to an abandoned hospital. There was a large square staircase spiraling up to the roof on the outside of the building. Locked steel door at the bottom, so the only way up was to climb on the outside up to the first landing. My buddy boosts me up, I climb over, and there's a sleeping bag with a steak knife next to it on the landing. How fun. This is why I don't want to urban explore, because you never know who you're going to find. Okay. Oh, no. Oh, I don't like where this is going. I call down. We're definitely not alone here, dude. In response, no, but it's cool, says a voice behind me, scaring the shit out of me and causing me to jump and whirl around. There's a young, dirty, homeless-looking guy standing there. Coming down the stairs from above, hands up, palms out. Didn't mean to scare you. Okay, that's nice. Okay, so he's being polite. Oh my God. I thought it was going to be his friend calling to him. Okay. So the homeless guy turns around. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. He takes a seat on the stairs, so I carefully step on the handle of the steak knife, leaning over the edge, and pull my friend up. We had planned to sit on the roof and drink a beer, so we offer the homeless guy a beer, which he gratefully accepts, and we shoot the shit on the landing for a while. Okay, this is nice. Okay, well, this took a better turn than I had thought it would.
Yeah, it's very nice.
We're talking about the city, the cops, traveling, life in general. He's basically a drifter, been in town for a week or so, but a nice guy. Things are going pretty well when he asks us, "You guys are human, right?" Okay. Whoa, okay. Then the Redditor says that he replies with ... And so I'm assuming this is the homeless man talking now. And he goes back to saying, "I fucking hate it when I meet people that end up being aliens and you never know until you peel their skin off. They've been after me a long time, you know. They don't stop. They never stop. Sometimes I think I should kill everyone just to be safe." He's definitely not joking, and there's an uncomfortable silence as my friend and I realize that this guy is fucking crazy. "Yeah, man," I say, "we're human. We just wanted to check out the place and drink some beer. We're going to go ahead and move on now. We definitely don't want any trouble." He stares in silence, so we leave him the last beer, carefully back up the railing, jump down, and walk away very quickly, constantly looking back over our shoulders. The entire time, he's just standing there, still and silent, watching us leave. Ugh. That place is still abandoned 5 years later, and we've never been back. I'm not a believer in the supernatural, but humans can be deceptive and dangerous in ways you can't see coming. Holy fuck! Okay. Remember how I was like, oh, this isn't good. This is good. We're back to this isn't good again. Oh my God.
You're lulled into a false sense of security.
Oh man. Do you think that guy was actually crazy, or was he just like, all right, I'm done talking with these people. Let me just scare him away now.
I feel like that's something I would do. Like whenever a Jehovah's Witness comes to my door.
Make up shit. Yeah, I would.
Yeah, I make shit up. I'm like, hey man, I worship Satan. I gotta go. Or I'll just tell them I'm Mormon.
Yeah.
I hate Mormons, I guess.
Oh, I
and
see.
Vice versa.
Fair.
Like, technically I can say I'm Mormon considering my mom fucking baptized me in 30 different religions, but yeah, it's
Mormonism just happened to be one of them. Holy moly. Wow. Yeah. So we don't get any Jehovah's Witnesses where we're at, but I've always wanted to knock on my door and then answer and be like, sorry, I worship the devil. And I mean, if you want to stick around, we have like a blood sacrifice in 5 if you want to like hang, you know, but like just kind of have like a casual conversation with them like that.
You want to witness a blood sacrifice?
Oh, dude, my improv ass would have like props next to me at the door. So every time like a Jehovah's Witness answered, I would just grab a new prop or something and like put like
burgundy colored paint on your hands. You're like, hey, nice to meet you. Extend your hand. And it's just like all bloody.
Yeah. Oh, sorry about that. We were just sacrificing our blood to Satan. Typical Tuesday. I know. Here, have my handkerchief. And it has like the devil symbol or like an upside down star on it or some shit. Like, here you go.
Oh my God. They're going to be like,
see you later. It's either no one ever comes back to my door or everyone's now coming to my door.
You're just like blacklisted or they're coming over trying to save your soul. It's one or the other.
Either way, I'm happy for it. That just either means no more improv or a lot more improv, and I'm here for it.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Oh,
dude, this story, when he's like, you never know until they have to take their skin off. I'm like, how many people have you skinned, sir?
Yeah. I'm like, you had a knife here for a reason.
Fucking, who was that guy that made the nipple belts?
Oh, Ed Gein. Ed Gein?
Ed Gein?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This Ed Gein motherfucker is just up here in this abandoned building skinning people. Like, what if he puts the bodies like inside, and like what if it smells bad inside, but you can't really tell because you only go up to the roof.
Yeah, and that guy, oh my god, that entire a building's abandoned. No one ever goes there. Oh man.
Yeah. And I'm like torn because I'm like, I feel like I'd want to call the cops because what if he has killed people?
Yeah.
But I also don't want to take a homeless person's home if they've found like a good place to settle.
For sure, dude.
You know?
Oh man. That's the creepiest thing in the world.
I don't know.
Now I understand why people are like, yeah, don't trust a drifter because you don't know who they are or what they're doing. Because I can understand that now.
Exactly.
Holy shit.
Yeah. I'm also wondering if this guy was maybe like on drugs because it kind of reminds me of this other Reddit story. I didn't include it in here because that was just kind of gruesome and I didn't,
Sure.
It's not appropriate. But just of the story, it was basically like a close encounter story where this person invited his friend to his party and his wife, but they just got like a newborn child.
Okay.
So they both decided to stay home. And at that party, some guy decided to do PCP and ended up just slicing 3 people's throats.
Oh my god.
Yeah. And then he was just walking down the street with the knife, like all bloody, like threatening to kill other people, and then the police arrested him. And then when he came out of his drug-induced state, he realized what he had done. But like at that point, it's too late. Like you're in jail for the rest of your life, you know?
Yeah. Oh my god. So, oh my god. Well, I mean, at least he didn't get like first-degree murder since like that wasn't his intent, hopefully. Because he was in like a drug-induced state. But like still, could you imagine?
It's still like, what is that? Like
degree?
Manslaughter? Second degree?
Yeah.
It might be second
like
degree.
Yeah, I think it also depends on the state.
It's fucked up.
Oh my god. I can't imagine that.
Yeah.
Not even the least bit.
It's scary.
Yeah, humans are just more scary than the supernatural. That's the one thing that I have decided from these 4 stories. Dude!
Yeah. Humans are fucking scary.
Whoa. Jeez, final thoughts on these.
Every story messed me up in a different way.
Yeah.
The first story, larva in
your
eye, just from a bug hitting it. No. 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 Absolutely the fuck not. No, it's like disgusting and horrible because it's like body horror.
Yes.
You know? Like imagine an infected eye and like your eyelid is just flipped upside down and
pulsating
underneath the eyelid, like pulsating, writhing with larva. It's disgusting. I don't know.
No, that's nightmare.
It's lucky that it's lucky that she went to that third doctor because he actually had like half a brain at least
to look, or even just go to like the ER or something. Oh,
exactly.
My God.
I don't know. It's just so freaking crazy. And then the second story about the non-existent rest stop. How does that happen?
Yes, that's
like, do you just accidentally go into like an alternate reality and like this shit happens, or like
those are always fun stories.
Is it like a setup for like I don't know, some sort of? But if they're driving back, like there's no way there would be no proof of that not being there.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, it's so bizarre. I really wish they gave more information on like where they were at in that story because now I would like to look that up. But no, oh god. And then like the mom and the daughter, when they went in, it's just nothing but just uneasiness that entire
Mama
time.
Would like you.
Yeah. No.
Disgusting. Yeah. And I don't know. And then the last 2 stories, they're scary in different ways because they both have to do with real people.
Yes.
So the church one, 100% a cult.
Yeah, right?
There's no way it's not a cult. There's no way it's not a cult. And cults are scary. I don't like following one person. Like every religion's a cult, honestly. But a cult in the middle of the night in the woods.
At an abandoned church.
Chanting.
Yeah.
And then wailing. No.
Oh, could you imagine?
I don't know.
I would hate.
And then the second, the fourth story, Urban Explorers, like
that's way too real because you know that you could hear some stupid shit like that if you just walk into like any major city and like ask somebody that's like homeless on the street, they might say some shit like that to you. Oh my god. Oh, that's the creepiest fucking thing. And you're just trying to urban explore. No, thank you.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, and then someone tells you they might have to take your skin off, and you're like, excuse me?
So that
it's just like...
To make sure that you're not an alien? Yeah, no thank you. Absolutely not.
Exactly. And it takes some special kind of like huevos, some special kind of ovaries to actually do urban exploring, because you're going in blind.
You are.
You know? Like, it's not like all these abandoned places have Google reviews that you can look into and be like, oh yeah, like, there's a homeless person, or there's like a serial killer on like floor 3, so be careful with that floor. It's like,
watch out.
No one's gonna admit that they're exploring these abandoned buildings, because that's trespassing. So there's not going to be any reviews. There's not going to be any forums about it. So you're going in blind.
Oh yeah, and then
I don't know.
Also, if the building's been abandoned for so long, then you have like the natural hazards of like decay. So like the building, like the floors might collapse on you. There might be like environmental hazards that you're unaware of. Hopefully your tetanus shot's up to date, because there's probably like rusted nails everywhere.
Exactly.
Oh man. And then there might be like rabid animals in there too, making like their den. Oh, you never know.
Raccoons, rats.
Yeah. Oh.
Rabies. Just at the wazoo. It's just so much danger, like all around.
Yeah. Would never recommend.
What are your
those.
final thoughts?
Oh, these are great. I love these. I just think they're so freaking creepy. Those last two honestly got me the most, because they felt the most real to me. Of like, oh, this seems like a possible like real situation. Also, the first one was really creepy too. The one where the two guys are running in the woods with the cult in the church. I had actually imagined. I had thought that the story was going to go that they were sleeping in their hammock, and then they would hear shit and then go check on the church and then like see people in there and then try to go back to sleep and then wake up and see them standing on the hilltop above them. That's what I thought that was going to go. Ooh. And then I also just imagined like all of their eyes glowing white or something like that, staring down at them. So it's just like dark shade figures staring at them. That's how I thought that was going to go. I'm so glad it didn't.
Yeah. Holy shit, that would be so scary.
But like that, oh man, that really piqued my my curious brain, which I'm going to try to maybe write a story about that later, but that's definitely like cemented in my mind now. Dude, these are great stories. Great finds, man.
Absolutely. Yeah. What would you give it for creep factor?
Ooh, I think I would have to do like individual creep factors for like each story. The medical one, that's just fucking gross. So that's definitely a 5 out of 5. The second story, I thought was creepy, but I didn't get as creeped out because I wanted a little bit more like actual like details of where we can maybe look up like where this restaurant might be or like what state they were in at least. So for that, I give it maybe like I'd give it probably like a 2. For the story in the woods, I would probably give a 3. Because I could still kind of see some like fanciful stuff happening there. But that last story with the homeless man, that is a 5 out of 5 because that you hear stupid, crazy, weird shit before. Like I've walked downtown in my city and like I've been approached by just random people, like just random crazy people, like thinking that I looked at them weird from across the street and then come over and start yelling, like make a beeline for me and start yelling at me. It was weird. So like, I don't fuck with that stuff. I've had my plenty of like crazy situations like that. And I never, and then, to be like, you're befriending somebody this entire time and they're just sitting here waiting for you to slip up so they can take your skin because they think you're an alien. No, I've seen people like that in real life that believe that shit hardcore. And like, I've seen that. I've experienced it. That is way too real for me. Oh, dude, no.
Yeah.
What about you? What's your creep factors?
It's fucking creepy. I think all of them get a 5 for me, except for also number 2.
The gas station one.
Just because they didn't like tell us where they were driving. It sounded more like a no sleep story to me.
I agree.
But I also don't want to completely dismiss it because there's so many like unsolved mysteries in the world, you know? True. So like what if they went through like a time rift?
Yeah.
Or like some sort of like, I don't know, like the Mandela effect, you know? Like, I don't know. I don't know.
I have a lot of questions for it.
But that one gets like a 3 also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a weird case, and like I could totally see this, like I could totally like see it being like a Twilight Zone episode, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no,
Absolutely.
I gotta say the last one probably is the first and the last one. Honestly, you opened up really well and you closed really well. Oh, yeah, those got me.
Fuck
got
yeah.
me real good.
Just body horror and weird conspiracies.
Yeah, for sure. And I think it's like, again, we just prove that humans in the real world are a lot scarier than the stuff that we can make up. Oh my God.
Exactly.
Oh, no,
You don't know what to expect with people. That's the scariest thing. Like with ghosts or with demons, there's some idea as to like what they are. Yeah, like at least you have some sort of like semblance of like what they are, any like characteristics.
Yeah.
Just stuff like that.
Yeah, there's like a play-by-play manuals online that tells you how to deal with demons. You know what I mean?
Exactly. But there's nothing like that for humans.
Right. Oh my God, yeah.
Disgusting.
You're like, and for the longest, I just thought I was socially inept, which like probably I am because I never leave my house. But like,
same.
There's just been so many times where I'm like, I don't understand human behavior at all. Not even the least bit. So yeah, whatever. Yeah. Live and let live.
4 years of college, still don't get it.
I was like, that's why I chose one of my majors to be like an anthro major, because I'm like, I just don't understand human interaction or human behavior. I just want to like understand more about it. I still have no fucking idea what's going on, man.
Yep.
God.
It's all a guessing game.
Yeah. As well, we'll wrap it up here for everyone. Let them know where we can go find some nice, cool, more information about the stories, shall we?
Woohoo! Yes. Yes, we shall.
Yeah, dudes. Thank you guys so much for listening to our creepy stories and wild speculations, as always. This has been Dark by Design Podcast. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and follow for more monstrous episodes released every Monday at midnight. You can find more information about today's topic on the show's website at darkbydesignpodcast.com, which is also linked in the description of this episode. Or you can find us on YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter at darkbydesign_podcast. Listen to us on your favorite podcast streaming site, or watch the show on our YouTube channel, which is fucking sick. And if you would like additional content, or to also listen to our extended episodes and hear us banter a little bit more, you can check out our Patreon, which we have up now. And you can go see all the really cool stuff that we have released. So it's pretty fun. We also have a couple of reaction videos to some of the creepy videos that we have discussed, and or the stories that we have covered, a couple podcasts back. And you can hear a ton more content. So we have that up for you, and there's plenty more where that's coming from. And last but not least, we would like to hear from you, bestie. Oh my God, this is a two-way relationship, so never forget that. So if you have a creepy encounter, ghost story, or a personal true crime story that you would like to share with your fellow Coven members, go ahead and DM us your story on our socials, or email us at darkbydesignpodcast@gmail.com, which I guess we should also link in the description just so people can copy and paste and or just click.
Oh, yeah. Gonna start doing that.
We'll hook you up. We'll get you we'll hook you guys up, don't you worry. We're figuring this out as we go too. So yeah, but
it's a learning process.
Fuck yeah. It's our first show. We're putting this on for you guys, and hopefully you guys are really enjoying it. You have. Also, by the way, this is, I think we had mentioned it in the last podcast, or the last episode that we recorded, but thank you guys so much for all the support and the downloads. When we're recording this right now, it's at the beginning of August, and this is within the first week of us launching the show, and you guys have been super supportive. So thank you guys so much for that. It's truly, truly amazing.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
It's motivating.
Oh, absolutely.
It is so motivating.
Mm-hmm. Dude, we had over 100 downloads by Wednesday. We launched on the 1st, and then by the 3rd, we had over 100 downloads. It was insane. Absolutely insane. So thank you from the bottom of our hearts. You guys are the absolute best. Thank you so much. We feel so loved.
We love you.
Yeah. And we are trying to curate more and more episodes to creep you guys out and for your enjoyment, of course. And we hope to give you a lot more material because we have a lot more in the works, and we hope that you guys will really like it because we think you guys will really like it. Oh, we're so excited. So thank you guys again.
We're excited for the month of October.
Oh!
It's going to be
Yeah,
great.
it is. Oh!
It's going to be great.
Yes. The spook.
You don't even know how pumped you have to be.
Yeah. Oh, man. For all our spooky little witches out there, we too love October, and we're going to make it extra spooky for you guys. And we're going to start out nice and spooky the week prior just to get you in the mood for October. Spooktober, baby! Oh, I can't wait.
What is with these cars today,
For sure, man.
They're so loud.
Stop your loud cars and shit. But thank you guys.
Can you just stop driving for the hour that I'm recording, please?
Right?
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thanks. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. Do you have anything that you would like to say to the people, Beth?
No. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. Like Rachel said, the support is it's just incredible. Like I'm an optimistic person. So like I was manifesting. I was like, yeah, our first week is going to be great. We're going to get like 50 downloads, blah, 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 blah. And looking at the numbers today, I'm
Holy
like,
fuck.
Oh my God. And like, it's like people are actually listening all the way through, which is wild.
Oh yeah. Also,
I thought they'd like, I'm like, you know what? At best, they'll listen to like 30 minutes of it and then they'll stop. But it's like all the way through and it's awesome. Thank you guys.
Yeah, for sure.
You're the best. I mean, we're recording this super far in advance, but
yeah.
thank you.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. And oh goodness. Iowa. Shout out to you guys.
Fuck yeah. Council Bluffs, Iowa? I didn't even know that was a city. Now you're my favorite city.
I'm like, there's so many downloads from coming out of what is it? Oh goodness, what's it called? Council Bluffs? Oh, yeah, Council Bluffs, Iowa. Yep, you're right. Thank you guys so much, Iowa. Big, huge shout out. We love you guys so much. I remember when we first saw all like the downloads coming from you guys, we asked each other, we're like, do you know anyone in Iowa? I can't think of anybody that I know in Iowa. So, oh my God.
I don't think I know anyone in Iowa
I love you
either.
guys. Let's go visit Council Bluffs, Iowa one day. Oh,
yeah,
man.
Fuck yeah. Also, a listener in Amman in Jordan?
Yeah, thank you.
How cool.
I know.
Hello.
Oh, yeah, we hit like international. Like people are like listening to us from all over the world. Jordan, Belgium, France, India. Hello and welcome. Thank you guys so much for all of your support and for your continued support through everything.
You guys are awesome.
This is the best. But as always, we will be here for you next Monday. We're going to continue to bust out more episodes to scare the pants off you. And we can't wait for you guys to join us. So please be nice to yourself, be nice to other people, and we will see you in episode 9. Ooh!
Ta-da!
See you.
Shocking monster. Never have you known such cringing terror, such sudden shocks.